Christmas is coming up close in game, and unfortunately today, well, whatever way you see it, we'll unfortunately bypass Christmas. So we'll play a nice game on the 23rd, have a break on the 24th, go and eat our mince pies and have a laugh on the 25th, and then come back, I bet, with a few of the players hungover from Christmas, etc, etc, on Boxing Day for another match in the Northern Premier Cup against Workington in the 4th round. So let's get on FM then. So hello everyone and welcome to an episode 7 now, I believe it is, of the Hednesford Town series, the Road to League 2. And just look at this in the bottom right corner. Do you like this new overlay? I like it. It's a black box, as you can probably see. You know, I don't really need to show you, but a lovely Hednesford logo in the top left, and hopefully you guys love that. I probably do appreciate that it'll probably take up more of the screen, but, you know, these sort of things happen, and to be honest, you know, the goal's going to be sort of in the middle and not really where I am. But let's just get straight into it today. Basically, we start our second half of the season today. The first game against Nantwich Town, a really crucial game, which we could end the day down in 5th, or even up in 1st. It's really one of them games, and Nantwich, of course, on the same amount of points as us, we're just beating them by goal difference at the moment. So as you can see in the last few games, Hugo Skepperhorn has took over as our top goal scorer. What a fantastic signing he's been. He's scored 13 goals in all comps and 8 in the Evo Stick Northern Premier Division. The top scorer has got 26, but, you know, we've kind of got 4 goal scorers who have scored 26 kind of together, so I don't think that's too bad at all. So a few things to update you on since you've last been with me. Of course, the last time we played against Bradford Park Avenue, unfortunately lost, but we did beat Stafford Rangers in the Cup. We've only played 4 games since you've last been with me, and have picked up 6 points out of the 12 in that one. And we lost against Sutton Coldfield, and unfortunately Matt Spring got sent off. It was kind of a really local derby. They're not too far away off Sutton Coldfield. And, you know, Matt Spring's 38 now, but still, it's not really acceptable to get a yellow card, and get a red card, in fact. And he's got a 4-match ban for that. So today's game against Nantwich is going to be the last game he serves on that 4-match ban. But we bounced back straight away after that Sutton Coldfield win with a home win at Keys Park against Farsley. Ben Bailey got an own goal to start off the game. I'll actually show you that because that's embarrassing. We're kind of playing it along the back, and yeah, it wasn't great. We played it along the back. How do I do this now? I forgot. But yeah, we tried to play it along the back, and it didn't work. How the hell on earth are we supposed to do this now? There we go. Goals only. Right, I'll just quickly show you the first goal, and then we'll get on with it, because I do appreciate that this will probably limit time a little bit, but I just thought this first goal was that funny. It wasn't funny when I was sitting here watching the game, but we can all laugh now. Here we go then. So, Ozzy on the ball. He passed it to Bailey, and then Bailey passed it back to what he thought was Vega, and put it in the back of the net. Yeah, that wasn't too brilliant, was it? But, yeah, that's the end of that. And then, unfortunately, we lost against Whitton Albion. We were 2-0 down with 40 minutes to go. Skepperhorn got one back, but it wasn't enough. And Whitton Albion, quite the way down in the league, and really we should be being beaten by them. When we bounced back once again with a match against Warrington and won 2-0 away from home. Hence why they are saying in the bookies that we are not favourites for this game, and our form is quite inconsistent. So, yeah, hopefully we can do something here and get a win against our rivals in the league. So the lineup we're going to go for today, I think we are going to pick Skepperhorn over Rogers. We'll just go with Rogers, just because it's, you know, a choice, if you like. I think Rogers probably had more games, so it's only fair. Yeah, he's had 26 appearances. Okay, Glover's had 27, but obviously Glover's had a lot more as a substitute appearance. We're going to go with Vega, Bellinger, Ozzy, Bailey, and Llewellyn, who got man of the match last time. He was brilliant against Workington. No, it wasn't Workington, that's who we're playing today. Against Warrington. Close enough. And then we've got Lee Smith playing that defensive role, because unfortunately, obviously, you've got Matt Spring on the suspension. Foley and Fitzpatrick centre midfielders, and then Laurie centre attacking midfielders, Skepperhorn and Danny Glover taking up the strikers' positions on the start of the game. So here we go then for our game against Nantwich Town. Of course, the second half of the season, and the games kind of recycle themselves. I'm sure they won't exactly recycle themselves, because we've got, I'll just change this to 2D. I do play on 3D away from recording, but because it's very laggy, when I do record, I don't bother with it when I do record. But yeah, this is obviously a reverse of what the start of the season was. So we're playing against Nantwich once again. Obviously, in this fixture at home, we lost 5-2, but we've got a much stronger squad now, and a much stronger work ethic. I can never say those two words together in the squad. So hopefully, this should go well, but that's probably the kiss of death from me in this episode. But the games obviously won't be too recycled, you know. It might be waterlogged pitches, etc, etc, and all that sort of thing. And, you know, cup games might get in the way, but I don't think the League Cup is too freaking. But a lovely ball from Bellinger up to Skepperhorn, and Skepperhorn adds to his portfolio on his debut season for Hednesford Town. He's got to get a place in the team if we go up, because I think we will go up, this season. Maybe not as champions, because I think Shoreline have had a fantastic season, but of course Altrincham were relegated from the National League South last year, so you've got to appreciate that those teams are going to be very strong, and for us to just be competing with them is a fantastic feat. But as long as we stay consistent and win games, which we haven't quite been doing at the moment, but saying that, in 24 games as it stands, we've only lost 6, which is a pretty good start. And we've won 15, which is the most in the league. So really all we need is for other sides to drop down a bit. And I'm sure on balance, we'll certainly be up there in the pecking order by the end of the season. As long as we get in the playoff places, we certainly have a chance of getting up next year, which would be a brilliant feat. And to be honest, I don't really want to play in this league again. I'm not being cocky, but I think if we get this league again next season, it might be the chance that we don't necessarily dominate the league, because yes, there will be another team that come out from the National League, the National League South, or North, of course. But let's face it, really, we've got a really strong squad, and I don't think we will be down, past the playoff places at most. But we have got really strong teams. Buxton had a really good start to the season, but they fell off a little bit. And it's just the chance that maybe we might fall off come the end of the season. You never know. But Altrincham are losing, which really helps out. Of course, obviously, Nantwich are losing as well. We've got Shoreline that are winning against Matlock, who obviously we lost to, I believe. I think it was our second loss of the season against Matlock. But Nantwich have had more possession, it seems. We've just took our one chance, which is a really good assist by Bellinger, who puts a long ball forward now to get that goal for Skeppelhorn. And Skeppelhorn's been a really good signing. Obviously, if you haven't watched any of the series so far, just go back and watch some of the episodes if you like. If you go on the channel, they are all on there in a playlist, or just on the video history if you just search for Rise League 2. Anyway, Shoreline, mate. We're not in Australia. Shoreline are now drawing with Matlock Town, so we've gained 2 points on them as it stands. We're going to take Danny Glover off for Luke Rogers, who's got a yellow card. We're going to bring Crooks on for Tom Fawley. Fawley hasn't really been too good recently. It's quite weird, actually. We're also going to bring Billy Jones on for Jake Llewellyn. As you can see, a 7.7 rating once again. So actually, we'll keep him on and bring Jordan Wheatley on, who's been linked with a move away from the club, which is a bit disappointing because he's one of our strongest youth prospects. Another player that's been linked with a move away is James Wren, who, to be honest, doesn't really have much appearances because Vega's been playing so well in the net. So, obviously, Vega is getting on a bit. He's 40 now. But down at this level, could Vega stay on? It's simply a level of, how well does he get on next season? And I don't think Wren's better than him at the moment. Wren's only 24, but they've got a chance here. Elliot Jones, I think that is, might be Elliot, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see next season if we go up. I mean, I'm being quite complacent here by saying, we're going to go up, because it's not necessarily that we will. But at the moment, what's really helping us out as it stands, just, put in italics, bold and underline and format however the hell we want to, as it stands, we are going to gain points in all the top 5, which is brilliant. But Skeppelhorn's got a ball, puts it in to Laurie. Oh, it's off the post. How unlucky can you get there? That's blooming heartbreaking. But Ashton are losing, Nantwich are losing, Altrincham are losing, and Shoreline are dropping 2 points because they're drawing with Matlock. Wouldn't it be brilliant to see Matlock beat them and us top the table? What's going to help with Rogers to score this? Rogers has a shot, but Spies saves it quite easily and turns it round the post quite easily. It was a one-on-one. To be fair, Rogers was in quite a lot of pressure from the other defenders, but that's just the way it goes. Buxton have took the lead against Whitton Albion. They could well get into the playoffs before the end of the season. I don't see why not. And the two Jones brothers, I don't know if the two Jones brothers, but unfortunately the one has come off. No, he hasn't, sorry. He's the one who's playing as a left mid now. That's quite confusing, if I can get my words out. But that should be the end of the game, I think, here. It's all over here at Nantwich. That's a brilliant thing for us today. We've beat Nantwich, not 1-0, and that will really solidify our hopes to get in the top of the league. And that was brilliant stuff. Apparently Sky Sports News at the Nantwich game. I'll doubt that. I suppose it might be final score, but I very much doubt Sky Sports News would cover our games. But I suppose you never know. They might see a bit of potential in televising this game. I mean, if they'd love to televise this game, I'd be quite happy for them to televise this game. I'd quite like that'd be quite nice. As you can see, then Altrincham lost points to Barwell in 6th. Farsley beat Ashton Athletic. Ashton Athletic, oh god. Oh, Ashton Athletic. I need to search this up to make sure I'm right. Any of you that are sort of my age, probably not any younger really, but Ashton Athletic were, they are an actual club in the Hallmark Security League division. But this is going to sound really bad, but Horrid Henry was one of my it's just a brilliant brilliant show back in the day, and Ashton Athletic were the team that Horrid Henry supported, and Ashton Athletic got to the FA Cup final against Manchester United. Oh dear, fun times, eh? But anyway, Barwell beat Altrincham, Farsley beat Ashton United. There we go, I got it. I knew I'd get it right at some point. Our local rivals lost, what a shame. Russell Olympic drew, what a shame again. Sutton Coldfield lost, what a shame again. Obviously Nantwich lost and Shoreline lost 2 points to Matlock Town. So we've had a really good day, to be honest. It was a narrow game, and yeah, Llewellyn in form, another man of the match for him, which is brilliant. Only 42% possession, but just shows you low possession. If we take our chance, we can do really well. But we got a game against Workington now in the 4th round of the Northern League Cup. If we win this, we get to the quarterfinals, which is against Sheffield, who are in the league below. So in theory, we should be able to beat them if we get to the next round. But saying that, Sheffield are blitzing that league at the top, and it would be quite a tough task to beat them, it seems. The players have all had the Christmas sherry, beer, whatever they want. I've just stuck to Schlur, really, you know. I haven't had anything alcoholic. Been spending all my Christmas day planning for this game against Workington. No. But anyway, in the lead to this match, unfortunately, James Laurie's picked up a little bit of a knock. He's not only out for a few days, and he's recovering from a bruised head, but there's no point playing him, to be quite honest. And we'll just leave him out of the team for today. So Joe Fitzpatrick replaces him, and Matt Spring comes back into the team for... who is he now? Lee Smith, there we go. He comes back into the team. We just need to make a few changes on the bench, so we'll put... yeah, we're all happy with that. We'll actually put Billy Jones on today because Jake Llewellyn's quite tired, inevitably. And they'll put Luke Rogers there and Lee Smith instead of Jake Llewellyn. So the team for today, obviously, it's the same back 4, apart from Billy Jones included. Matt Spring comes back in place of Lee Smith. Forley and Crooks play because Fitzpatrick goes up to that centre attacking midfield position, so Crooks fills in there. But then Glover and Skeppelhorn keep their places in the attacking positions. Really, I wouldn't expect to win today because we've been quite inconsistent. It's quite wet, it seems, at Keys Park. Not that that'll matter, of course, but hopefully we can hopefully win this. It'd be nice. It'd be certainly nice anyway. The managers will shake hands like every single game, and it gets a bit boring after a bit. But you know, it's nice to see a bit of nice, well, respect. I think respect, I think, is the word between managers. Pretty much all the other teams have played in this competition already in their 4th round games. I think it was just because ours was delayed because of league games and where they fell, and you know, it wouldn't be good scheduling for us. So it came back to Boxing Day, which is quite a nice match really for the Hednesford faithful. You know, if they've had a nice Christmas, hopefully they have. Maybe, you know, bring the family in for half price. That's not me who sorts that out, that's the club. But, you know, they might get a half price deal. Bring the family in, you know, have a good day at Hednesford, see them get into the Northern League Cup quarter-final, or cry on the way home because they haven't. But anyway, Crooks on the ball to Fitzpatrick now. This could be our first shot of the game to Forley to Glover. And that was quite a bad shot, and Hednesford faithful won't be happy with that, that's certain. That is very certain, actually. I'll just be quite curious. If any of you have ever been to Keys Park, let me know down in the comments. What's it like? You know, I've never been. I've seen highlights of it on the telly, but you know, it's not like the real thing. It's a bit like Anfield. I've never been to Anfield, but I'd love to go there one day. And who knows, I might pop into Keys Park one time this season. It'd be nice to see the team playing, but hopefully it's not like that, because I'll be asking for my £12 back as a refund. But let me know if I do go to Keys Park at some point during the season. Whether guys would like to see a vlog. It's something I'm thinking of starting maybe come the new year. But maybe, you know, buy a camera and those sort of things. And because I can sort of drive, come February, you know, I'll probably be doing a bit more. And, you know, doing vlogs on odd days when I'm just going to do stuff. And, no, I won't be doing a vlog just going to Sainsbury's, you know, it's not exactly like that. But on the twice a year that I actually do stuff, you know, I might do a few vlogs. And I'm actually planning to go to America next summer. So I thought it'd be brilliant if it turns out this way, that I might maybe did a daily vlog over in America, which is brilliant. I think I'm going for 3 weeks, but we'll have to see what happens in that development. Nothing's actually booked yet, but back to Football Manager rather than a bloody channel update. We're not interested in that. Probably, you guys probably all are watching it blooming in 2020 when the world's destroyed and, well, yeah. Let's not talk about current affairs either. But Skeppelhorn's on the ball now. Buzzer to Jones at the back. It's quite a retained play and careful play from us, but quite good build-up play. Glover put it in to Skeppelhorn. Oh, it's so unlucky off the post. We've had so many unlucky chances, it seems, this game so far. But Spring, back to Glover. Do we get a second chance? They've won the ball out, though. Prudhoe puts it up, but Oshie gets it back. And it seems we've had more shots in the second half than we had in the first half, which means we had no shots in that first half. Well, we did have one, in all fairness, didn't we? But we did have a lot. We've had a lot of shots this half. But it's been another header by Fitzpatrick, and again, it goes off the post. This is so unlucky. We've got to get a goal at some point. Forley to Spring. What a finish from Matt Spring on his comeback. Fantastic stuff. That'll end on. That'll go on the end of season highlight reel. I can guarantee it. What a finish. And so unexpected from Matt Spring, the defensive midfielder. He scores a few crackers. Does Spring. Forley, the captain, out wide, puts it into Spring. And on the volley, remember, for a defensive midfielder to go on the volley, that's quite impressive. Oh, you know, bit of a belch, pardon me, you know. Unedited, you know. I definitely just want to keep this, you know, between you and me, between friends and talking. No, just because I can't be bothered. Who said that? Don't know. But anyway, Bellinga to Spring, to Forley, to Fitzpatrick, to Glover. Forley again to Crooks. Has another shot and it's just gone wide from Alfie Crooks. Got a really good team, I think it's fair to say, here at Hednesford Town. I'm really glad that we've got this sort of team. And it's a nice team to have around us. You know, we've got some really good players, and hopefully in the future we can definitely improve and see, you know, what goes on. So we're going to make a few subs. Bellinga comes off for right and Fitzpatrick comes off for Crooks. We'll leave it there just for the moment and see what developments happen. Of course, it's only a 1-goal cushion at the moment. So it's not quite comfortable just yet. But I don't want to jinx anything. But Crooks to Spring again. To Crooks to Smith. And he's been moved back to defensive midfielder now. So can Lee Smith take a bit of inspiration from Matt Spring and get a goal. But it doesn't look like it quite at the moment. But they've got an attack now. Joel on the ball. And he puts it in to Allison. And it's a goal for Workington. It's 1-1. And at the moment it's going to go to extra time. They found a way into the match. And Billy Jones apparently made a mistake leading up to that. I can't quite remember what happened here. But obviously, the Workington goalkeeper put it out. That's all fair enough. Looked like it was going to Billy Jones. It wasn't really a mistake, to be honest. The Workington player just beat him to the ball. Simple as. And Sam Joel put it in. And Scott Allison got that goal for Workington. Hopefully, that doesn't put the match in their favour now. That wouldn't be nice. And we've just got to wait and see, I suppose, see what happens in the last few minutes of this game. But Lewis Wright now to Oshie. To Lewis Wright. Up to Glover. That's a nice, solid pass. No need to use the air for that nice stuff. And Glover doesn't use a nice pass. Definitely not. Blooming hell. But Allison's on the ball now, the goal scorer. Tinian, a lovely ball over to Symington. Can Billy Jones repay what he did earlier? He does slightly, but they've still won the ball back. Malen to Allison. To Tinian out wide. Tinian, he puts it into Allison. Oh, that is so close from Allison. Is that Sam Allison? Yeah, I think it is. So close to a finish there. This is agonising stuff, and apparently we're too far away to be a threat. Skeppelhorn just hasn't been too great today. We'll happily admit that. But let's get Luke Rogers on, see what he can do in the last few minutes. Can he build up a goal? It might well go to extra time here, it feels like. The first game was quite drab and quite dull and quite boring. But this game, again, in the cup, we're going to go to extra time. So, you know, unlucky. Yeah, I think that's the right one. It's time for everyone to dig in and give it everything you've got left. And we've made all our subs, of course, now. So it's just down to these 11 players to make sure they don't get injured, of course, don't get sent off. But most of all, win the game. But Billy Jones, a nice pass to Matt Spring, to Glover. Are we going to have a highlights draft after the extra time? It'd be brilliant. Rogers to Wright. Crooks to Forley. Put it into Rogers. It's been a bit of a scramble. Crooks, oh my God, had a practical open goal there. And if the post was extended by about 2 metres, we'd be about 6-1 up. As you guys can appreciate, it's wow. We've been so close so many times. And that is quite unbelievable. Wow. Wow. We've only got 20 minutes left though in this game against Workington. I don't really want to get to penalties because that didn't end well last time at all. But that, to be fair, might not have the penalty expertise either. It's the 106 minutes. It should be half time and extra time. But luckily, Jose Vega gets his hands to it. And that experience comes in well for us. And that should be half time of the extra time. We've only got 15 minutes left in this half. And this really is the time for everyone to dig in. We're not going to go attacking because we might be a bit frail at the back. So that we are definitely dominating, you know, 16 shots to their 9 and 57% of possession to their 44%. Obviously, we're not 56%, you know, use your maths. But I'm not going to go on attacking, but, you know, that might have cost us, it might not have. We simply won't know, though. We've only got a minute left. We may as well go on attacking for 45 seconds. It's really not going to change anything. And it's not even going to be for that long now. It's 121 minutes in, and the penalty tags are to be decided. Who missed the penalty last time? I forgot who missed it last time, you know. I can't quite remember. Luke Rogers will take first, then Matt Spring, then Billy Jones, then Danny Glover and Oshie, and then it kind of works its way down very nicely. Yeah, 9. Actually, Sam Oshie's got terrible finishing, so we'll put Lee Smith in front of him. And then obviously Ben Bailey, Voga, Vega. But we'll put Crooks ahead of Forley, and that's the way it'll go. We'll go to behind the goal highlights for this one. That'll probably be a nice thing to do. We'll zoom the camera in quite a fair amount. And yeah, we'll leave it like that. Right, let's get to penalties then, folks. Best of luck, Hednesford. Come on, the pitmen. You know, this should be brilliant to see. And here we go for a penalty shootout. We'll zoom it out just a bit slightly. Yeah, here we go. Allison's got the first penalty, and it's a goal for Workington Association Football Club. Can Hednesford Town Football Club get one back? Rogers takes a deep breath, and he scores. It was off the post. It was very near. Certainly beat the goalkeeper. Had it beaten the post, we'll simply never know. David Symington runs up, and it's a goal. It goes past Vega. Vega went the right way, but it simply outscored him. Spring, who got the goal, of course, today. Can he get another goal with a penalty? And it's another goal. Goes the same way as our first penalty. All goals scored so far. Not a great day for the goalkeepers, but Tinian has the chance now to score from the spot. And it's another goal from Workington. Billy Jones, who made the mistake for the first Workington goal. Can he repay himself now? He runs up to take the penalty. It's another goal. They've all gone the same way so far. There's a clear correlation to see what side they've gone. And Roundtree's Fruit Pastels runs up to take his penalty, and he successfully put it in the mouth of the person who's eating it. Don't know where that came from. But Danny Glover, this could be crucial. Danny Glover runs up, and it's, nearly saved. It practically was. But the goalkeeper it almost looked like he wanted to concede. McLucky, brilliant name for a penalty taker. Phil McLucky, he scores his penalty. And right, this is the crucial one. If we miss this one, we are out of the Northern Premier Cup. And it comes to Lee Smith. I don't quite have that much enthusiasm, but all the goals have been scored so far. Come on, Hednesford faithful. You know, cheer him on. And it's scored. We're out of it for the moment. Now we get to sudden death. It was technically sudden death last goal. But anyway, Wilson takes a deep breath. And that one's scored. Oh, God. It's almost like if we miss, we go out. It's exactly that, in fact. And who's it? Oh, no. It's Sam Oshie, the one with the worst finishing in the squad. Oh, no. No. Sam Oshie. Come on, son. Thank God for that. This is so close now. Sam Joel takes a penalty. Runs up to hit it. And it's scored. Vega didn't really go for that. And this is so tense. And I don't like being the second team to take a penalty. Because if you're the first one and you miss, it really doesn't matter what the other team do. You know, if they score, they're through. But for us, it's just heart-wrenching. This is, if Alfie Crooks misses this, we're out of the Northern Premier Cup. It doesn't matter too much, but it would just be nice to get a bit of prize money at the end of the season. I can't watch Crooks. Puts it in. And scores. I can only tell that because... Oh, here we go. Here comes the goalkeeper. Fantastic. The goalkeeper steps up. And he scores for Workington Association Football Club. Oh, dear. Who's coming up for us now? I don't think he's the goalkeeper yet. I don't think. Yeah, Forley's coming up. The captain. Come on, captain. Come on, son. Oh, God. I can't watch this one either. This is absolutely breathtaking stuff here at Keys Park. Come on, Tom Forley. Our captain's just knocked us out of the Northern Premier Cup. That's gutting. And the penalty shootouts just really aren't working out for us this year. But penalty shootouts, of course, are a complete lottery. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, in fact, because that means we're out of all the cup competitions. And all we've got left now for the season is just, pay the penalty banter. But Tom Forley, you know, he's upbeat, but, you know, he can't really do much about it. And he was on form, apparently, even though he lost the game. Awkward. But, yeah, we've only got those Avo Stick Premier games left now, so that's a real shame, but, you know, what can you do about it? So we'll come back then, I think, for the Shore Lane game and a game against... I think we've already played Rushall, so we'll play against Hales Owen, and we'll see what happens there. That's a really unfortunate way to end the episode, folks. But I guess that happens sometimes. Anyway, I've been TIJ. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm gutted about that penalty shootout. But a bit of excitement on your for Monday evenings. Of course, it's a move to a 6 PM series now. Hope you guys are okay with that. And hopefully views increase as a result. Because there's less content going around at 6 o'clock on my sub box anyway. So it's a nice gap to fit into. Anyway, I've been TIJ. Thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Rise to League 2. No, it's Road to League 2. With Hednesford Town. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.